How's everybody doing tonight?
Okay. Who's got the echo?
Who's got the echo? How's everybody doing tonight?
I don't have an echo.
Fabulous.
Who has the echo?
YouTube's still playing somewhere. How's everybody doing? There we go. Okay.
It was not me. I double checked.
Yeah, and I got my earbud in, so even if it was, no one could hear it but me. All righty, let's say welcome to everybody out there on this beautiful Tuesday evening. First one in was Michael 58. Hey, Michael. And of course, Courtney came in second. Then Red Burning Fires, Ginger Ninja, Uncle Al, Disabled and Prepping. Scroll on down here. Everyone's chit-chatting. Dave popped in there. Texas Rob 28 came in. Oh, Fishes and Lows Life came in. I hate it when the thing here jumps on me. I'm trying to scroll down. Okay, Matt and Sarah, how you guys doing? And all right, so we've caught up. All right, so we're continuing on with what we've been talking about with gardening, trying to get information out there to, new gardeners, old gardeners that didn't know something. I learn something every time because somebody out there knows something I don't know. And so I always pick something up. Hey, Viper.
And WD and Ginger Ninja's here.
Yep. Okay, good catch. Thank you. Simple growers here. All right, so let's get back. Let's get to the beginning here. And we got 20 in here all. And I froze.
I'm really, you keep doing that whole Frozen impersonation. Disney going to come in here and charge you.
Except I don't sing on Frozen, any Frozen song.
Let it
I
go.
No.
Too funny, folks.
Yeah. Prepper GOYIM.
Hey, Prep.
Yeah. All right. So let's switch over here. So what is the hardest part of gardening for you? And we're going to go through a little slideshow here and see if I can hit everything. And probably going to start with some advice.
It would make it so much nicer if that curtain rod you keep pulling, you could actually pull it just a touch faster.
Yeah, but I like the sway. It's all nice and peaceful, and helps me meditate like Rafiki here. Okay,
sorry.
So you must show patience when it comes to planting. In other words, you don't want to jump the gun before the soil temperature's right and start trying to dig your holes to plant your stuff.
How did you find Courtney's background picture?
Isn't it snowing
Dustin
right
sent that
now?
to me and said, "Look what my crazy wife is doing."
Well, I also picked up CJ up there at Camppatton too. Him out there trying to garden. And you just can't. You got to wait for the soil to be right. You can't just go out there and start throwing seed everywhere and expect the garden to grow. You got to exercise.
You do that with poppies, though.
Yeah, you must show patience when you're going to plant. All right. So once you pick the right time, as we mentioned in previous videos on it, what are some of the problems? Irrigation is a big problem for a lot of gardeners. It's time consuming. It's problematic. I know my wife was fighting it before she came up here on Saturday with the drip, the system she's doing down there in California. And so when you're out there, having to hand water a big area like this, it becomes a big problem. Dr. Prepper's in the house.
Yep.
Keith and Christy also.
Christy's in the house. Audra, homesteading Idaho's here. All right. And Audra, if you want to come up too, I sent you the link to your email. All right. So irrigation. And if you do find some soaker hose whatever to put in, then you're running other hoses over to it, and you wind up tripping on the hoses possibly. And you start laying all this soaker hose out and stuff, and all these fancy dancy things. And next thing you know, you're spending a lot of money.
Or worse, your nephew with the roller tiller going over the soaker hose.
Yeah. Okay. The next thing you got to worry about besides irrigation
Is some crazy old lady getting in my garden?
No, it's what she's getting after, the weeds. You got to get rid of the weeds.
I thought her name was Weeds. I'm sorry.
No. All right. And you got to do battle with them weeds. And and especially if you don't want to use herbicides in your garden, even though they're specifically targeted, they still leave residue. And you want nice, safe vegetables and stuff, you're going to be avoiding those in the garden, and you're going to have to do stuff by hand.
That gardener is not safe. He's wearing
The hose
cheap.
like it's cheap hose.
He's wearing tennis shoes?
Yes, the shoes.
Yeah.
Bad idea. If he grabs a hold of a clump of dirt and jerks on it hard enough, he's going to have a slice going across the front of his foot.
Or his shin.
Always wear some kind of protective shoes. I don't care how long you've been gardening. It only takes one slip up of dirt on that hoe to make your life a living, miserable, for several weeks.
Yeah. Hey, Keith Cronk's in the house.
Also, folks, know the difference between weeds and vegetables.
Yeah.
Again, nephews. I just looked at my garden. I'm like, where's the bedding plants I put out last week? Oh, we got rid of all the weeds, Uncle Alan. Those were not weeds. You just threw away $200 worth of bedding plants from my nursery. Oh, I didn't know it was what do you call those things? Tomatoes.
Poor Christy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Christy. I'd laugh at myself, so I'm going to put that up there.
I'll probably eat it.
All righty. And then, of course, there's everybody's favorite, the pest. And everybody's favorite pest is aphids. Yeah. Ugh. So you got aphids. And
no
then
good.
You have
those are worse. Boo.
the tomato hornworm.
But he looks like he's hungry.
Yeah. And when you try to pick him off the branch and you grab that little horn to pull him up, he squirts green slime at you out of his behind.
Do what I do. Get my little Red Ryder air rifle and just pop them off the plant.
Nah. All right. So these are the 4 stages of the tomato hornworm. You got the hornworm. Then he goes into the pupa, or begins with a C.
Chrysalis.
Chrysalis. Yep. And this is the moth. And those are the eggs it lays. And we're going to get a better picture. We're going to bet. This is how big. This is him on a person's hand. Those are not
being well fed.
Yeah, this is a decent sized moth. All the pictures I found were, good palm sized moths. Kaylin Strain's in the house.
Hey,
Michelle P is here.
Hello.
And now we have what is really big and bad in the southern states, the squash vine borer.
Yep.
They're particularly in the southern states, right? They're not up here.
No, too cold. You got the beetles.
Yeah, there's beetles too, but yeah, the squash vine borer is bigger in the southern states, but I have heard it's expanding its territory.
Oh, nice.
But not up in the far north, as far as I know. Anybody want to correct us and let us know how far north they have seen this ugly little bugger taking out all the squash?
If you have snow, then you don't have it. If you don't have snow, you got it. Depends. I know South Carolina has it.
Yeah. So you got the adult moth, the eggs it lays, and then the larvae just chewing through the squash vines. And some people make homemade traps. They get bright yellow cups and they put sticky stuff on them. Whether it's
I had a hard time finding those. Wanted to do that last year. I had a hard time finding the yellow Solo cup. Everything was blue or red.
Yeah, I mean those things sell out quick. You got to hit them early on Amazon or eBay or Wish or whatever to try to find them sooner. But the yellow ones, the yellow is very attractive to not just the moth for the squash bug, but a lot of other nasty bugs as well.
Mosquitoes.
And they cover whatever sort of sticky stuff they can find. Tanglefoot is the most popular, but there's other ones out there.
I want that trap right there. Yeah.
Yeah, the commercial one here. Now, one of the things I was reading on it mentioned the pheromones that attracts the moths to it. So they'll go in there, get trapped before they have a chance to lay eggs. Then, of course, there's everyone's favorite, the cabbage moth / worm. And this is the single spotted. So basically it has one big spot on the wing. The other one has 2 spots on the wing.
I put a link in there for Courtney and a picture of it up there.
Cool.
Oh, thank you.
And I shared it so you could see it if you wanted to share it real quick so other people can see it.
Yeah. Right. Dr. Prepper, we that's something else to talk about too. Is we'll mention here in a minute is snails. Although I don't have pictures for slugs and snails, because I know a lot of other channels have been talking about it. Stringfield Ridge Farm and Gemini Homestead and a few others have been talking about the treatment for that, but we'll get to that in a minute here. And then your cabbage worms aren't that really all that big. They're small. I think
it's what ate my cabbage. Like my first year, I had these beautiful heads of cabbage, and I go out there to look at them, and all like the leaves are fine. The insides of them were all eaten. I was like, dude.
Yeah.
I was so mad. I just ripped them out and gave them to my chickens. It was so bad.
And then, of course, there is the gypsy moth as well that's out there.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to let me pull this down for a second. So, like Dr. Prepper mentioned about snails, there's also slugs. And there's a whole slew of other insects out there and creepy crawlies that just, something just doesn't matter what the plant is. They like to chew it off at the ground level. Oh, sow bugs, aka pill bugs, is another one. And earwigs.
Yep. Don't forget cutworms.
Cutworms. Yeah.
Yep.
So there is a whole mess of pests to deal with.
Right. Gil, in California, we have 2 kinds of snails. The native snail and the one they brought in the 20s to make escargot that's in everybody's yard that eats everything, dog food, your plants and everything. Do what Uncle Alan did. Find them, put them in a fish tank, and grow them with cornmeal. And then you have escargot. People don't know. Chop them up, a little butter and garlic, and some wine.
No thanks.
Now,
what's in my stomach there? Thanks.
Yeah. A lot of the slugs and snails remedies are 2 remedies out there. One is the mason jar lid with beer in it that does it. One of the other ones is that my mom used to do was she'd get like a mason jar lid, only something similar to the bayonet style, the lug ones, like for the big relish jars and stuff and pickle jars, because they're shallower, and then she'd sprinkle salt in it.
Yeah.
And then put I forget what it was she put in the very middle of it. I can't remember. She put something that would attract them. Oh, you get the cheap, simple grower. Don't get the good stuff. Get the cheap beer.
Hey, snails are very discerning. They're not going to fall for that one. They want the good stuff.
Right. Another trick you could do is also use yeast. Yeast and beer mixed together with a little brown sugar will attract slugs. I normally hunt snails, so there's no snails in the yard because I'm out there with a little pot, little tongs. I'm looking for them. My little headlamp at night.
You don't have that issue. I don't have that.
What? You
Yeah.
don't have snails?
I don't have snails or slugs or anything like that.
You live where? Dave's living Southern Ohio or Northern?
I'm
She's
north.
in Northern Ohio, not far.
She's
from
Northern Ohio.
Or,
Now,
well, it might as well be
even
a
up
river.
here, like
I have
Audra
seen
was
an
saying,
occasional one, but
earwigs and roly-polies, pill bugs, sow bugs, whatever you want to call them. She has them over there in Western Idaho. Here in Eastern Idaho, we just have earwigs. I have not seen any of the roly-poly, pill bugs, whatever you want to call them over here. California, oh yeah, they're all over there. As kids, we used to play with them until our grandmother told them, those kill the vegetables. And then we became bad little boys and we started killing them and doing all sorts of horrendous things.
Oh, did you take a magnifying glass to see how fast it take them to go?
No, we did not.
Okay. Good job.
Okay. No, we just use lighters. Zippos.
Yep.
All right. We could do a whole 2-hour episode just on, pests in the garden. Hey, dumpster dive, Mo.
I love that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaylin, stink bugs come in cycles depending what area you're in. Iowa right now has millions and millions of stink bugs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're horrible. We haven't, even on our warm days, we didn't get any. Usually they're all like on the screen or in the windows during the really warm days, and we haven't got those yet. So maybe this cold weather killed them off.
Yeah. Slugs and snails. My wife's, if you saw the earlier videos from last year, my wife did a 2-part tour of her garden and all the strawberries she has out there, slugs and snails, we're getting to them. And like Carol says, magnifying glasses are for ants.
Yeah, on the stink bugs again, it has to be moist temperatures because we're in the middle of drought in Central California. Go could testify that we don't have stink bugs. We haven't seen one for 10 years.
Yeah,
Nice.
Because it's too dry.
Yeah.
When May comes around, it's going to be 105, and everything that's not moist will go under the sun.
Soapy
There's
water.
a way to get rid of stink bugs as well as box elder beetles and a few other hard-shelled carapace type bugs. That is Dawn dish soap mixed in water. No, Al. I'm talking long range, maximum effective use. Get one of those little garden sprayers, that you pump up by hand that are like a 2.5 gallon. Put 2.5 gallons of water in it. Put some Dawn dish soap in it. Your mixture will vary due to where you're at and what you're trying to get rid of, but they will take care of any hard-shelled pest, and it's not going to hurt your plants. It's not going to hurt your ground. I used to use it all the time around vegetables and trees and bushes and everything when I was doing maintenance, because we had a major box elder beetle and a few other beetles that would invade our property every year, and that's how we got rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Prepper, Al is in the Central Valley there, the southern end of it.
Yeah, near Bakersfield.
Yeah. And so soapy water will take care of a lot of pests out there.
Yeah,
it's a good thing to know about the box elder bugs, because we have a big box elder tree here in Idaho, and found out it's the same one there because we have the same bug around it. And someone was telling me, it's a box elder tree. Those are box elder bugs. They go to the tree. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So let's go back to this. So if you take, we'll finish with the gypsy mouse. So if you take care of all the pests, you're able to get rid of the pests, and your garden's going gung-ho. And all of a sudden, at the end of the season, you have too much. As if that could ever happen.
Oh, I'll be canning that stuff.
Yeah. You start getting too much. Well, one thing you can always do with it, if you have too much for you to can and eat, if you got chickens or pigs or something that, circle of life, put it out there, let them start eating it, and harvest the bacon later, harvest the eggs later.
No.
Or harvest the work later. I have my nephews. I just feed them.
Better suggestion.
Okay.
Hook up with your local co-op. Find out when they do their farmers markets. And so for next year, a way to earn extra income that you ain't got to tell Uncle Sam about because it's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So one way to earn extra income is to take some of your excess and go to farmers markets, start some bartering with some of the other farmers in your area who are growing what you're not and you're growing what they're not, as well as selling some of your extras to buy extra canning jars, buy extra seeds for the next year. Look at it as a long-term business. Don't look at it as just, well, I'm just trying to grow food for me and my family. Look at it as a business. If you're going to do it the right way. Produce enough to where it is not only sustaining you as far as food, but it's also putting resources that you can turn around and put back into your property. So next year you're making even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter was saying about the box elder bugs out here. In their chicken run, she expanded their chicken run, made it about 3 times the size of what it was. The area she expanded to was loaded with the box elder bugs and stuff. They're all gone there. They're outside the fence.
Good.
They're staying away from the chickens. It's like, come on, guys. Us trying to chase some over there. They're swarming out there right now.
We've been free ranging our birds lately. We only do it when my husband is home, so that way he can help me in case a bird doesn't go back in the coop, and so I don't have to chase them all down. But we've been free ranging those suckers lately, and they're having a blast.
Yeah.
I'm so
Don't
excited.
you have a chicken hook?
A what?
A chicken
Chicken
hook.
hawk.
Not hawk. Hook.
Hook.
Mm.
Basically, it's like on a pole so you can hook.
Oh, we have a net. I have a net.
Pull it back.
I just want that chicken hawk. That way I can send it. Hey, I'm hungry. Go give me that chicken.
You got to remember, guys, I used to work for Foster Farms. You had a chicken hook on a long pole. It's a piece of wire with a metal hook. You either hook them on the legs, which I'm pretty good, or you hook around the neck, which I don't like because people are sloppy and they snap the necks, and I'm tired of eating chicken.
Yeah, no, I don't
That's
have one of those. I
first
do have a
world
net
problem.
though, but sometimes they're too fast for me. So
Yeah. Courtney, snow fencing. Not only is it in orange, but it also comes in green.
yeah,
All right, and you can put temporary poles out and just stretch that around, and if it's big enough area, the chickens won't try to get under because they got plenty of area to roam in. But then you can also not totally free range. You're just enlarging their range.
right.
Hey, Tim. Tim Fergal from Northern
Oh, hey,
Idaho.
Tim. He's been in my chats quite a bit too.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to throw something up here that Dave has for me to put up. So here it comes. Oh, there you go. There's your yellow cups, people.
Yay! I'm actually going to order some after I'm done here, just so we have them. I did buy traps this year. I found them on Amazon, but if we don't have enough, I'm
Now,
going to
mind you,
put those out.
when I typed in yellow solo cup, there was like 800 different listings. Everything from the standard little one like that up to the big ones, like the tumbler size.
Yeah. And then someone, I can't remember who it was. I've been racking my brain all day trying to remember which channel it was. Made a sticky concoction to put on the cups out there in the garden to attract whatever went on. I mean, you wore disposable gloves when you put that up, and you threw the gloves away.
Yeah. They said double-sided tape works really good too.
Here's the 18-ounce ones that were in his picture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if you click on the link I posted, you can go look, and you can hit any color you want.
Yeah, they say yellow though really attracts those bugs though. Yellow, bright colors in general, but they said yellow's really.
And what's interesting on the bugs, the yellow night lights out there, the bugs can't see it. Now you put out a black light, the bugs will be swarming around the black light.
Oh.
So yeah, the UV light is what they can see at night. The yellow is of a frequency that most bugs can't see.
Has anybody ever used those solar lights that are bug zappers in the garden for like killing like mosquitoes and
Solar ones? No.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah, I've been. I was looking at different ones. I know they have. Who was it? Costco has a vacuum trap that has some two big bright fluorescent tubes in it that attract the bugs and just sucks them down, and they dehydrate and die.
Here we go.
And people do not use these bugs for food. You throw it to the chickens.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I have to show you guys something. I'll be right back.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, for those who are thinking of wanting to use this yellow solo cup and you're looking to get your pests near those cups, this is a waterproof LED, so it's 12 volt, low power consumption. You can run it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you'll probably barely notice the 2 cents it adds to your light bill. Okay.
Yeah.
This
I'm
right
ready.
here is for outdoor use. It is UV. Then bugs will come crawling to this strip. So you put this where you don't want your bugs, and you put those little yellow solo cups near this, and you'll have yourself an effective trap.
Right. Is Courtney showing a bong?
Oh, it's the bug. It's the vacuum, the bug vac.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a bong.
And it has a really cool
I
magnifying
remember
glass on
that
it.
video.
Dude, I can't wait to. My mom bought this for my son. I said, it's not going for my son. I said, this is going to be mine. So,
And Howie points out that certain wasps are your best fighters for the cabbage worms.
clay
Oh,
and water sprayed on greens. Huh?
Yeah, it
Does
won't-
it
it
matter
won't-
what kind of clay?
It's the white powdered clay, I think. What they call that? Dinosaur dirt?
Demetrius Earth?
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah, Howie's talked on his channel, Food Forest Permaculture, several things about last year he was talking about the clay in the water and spraying it on the greens and stuff.
Right here. This stuff.
Yeah, I use DE a lot. I use it
Yeah.
with my chickens.
And no, I don't have any.
You just have the bag.
Yeah, it's empty.
Yeah.
It's a figment of your all's imagination.
All right. Hey, Dave, do you still have that link up, or did you close it for the UV rope light? The LED UV rope light. If you could throw that in the chat, the link.
I'll put
This
it in
might sound
private
really
chat.
stupid, but could I use because we don't have a lot of clay around here. So I wonder, could I get like clay from a craft store and
Yeah.
do that?
Private
No,
too.
not like that.
Different kind.
Yeah.
I put
It's
it in private. for you.
little did dinosaur diconium or
Yeah.
what you call those bugs?
Not sure.
One cell algae with
Huh.
the little skeletons.
Okay. Northern Girl Hobbies is here, as is Prep for It. And I didn't say hi out loud to Duncan 1900 Homestead.
Did.
And anybody else that snuck in? Hi. Glad to have you here.
Did you hear what I said to you, Gil?
What?
I put it in private chat.
Private chat? Okay.
Yeah,
I
'cause
will.
accidentally closed out the other window.
Yeah.
Where's my private
Kaylin
chat?
says it's
There it is.
diatoms.
Control C. Let me see. Bring it up over here. Hang on one second.
I use
Bye.
DE in my nesting boxes, and I have like a huge pool that I put sand and DE in, and the chickens roll around in there like crazy. And the DE gets in their feathers and stuff like that, kills lice and mites and all that stuff.
Yeah. When you're handling that many chickens, make sure the lights and mites don't go out to you.
Okay.
Well, you
All
do
right.
like this a lot.
Hang on. Something I saw. All right. Oh, what did you say about keeps lice and mites away? What does?
DE.
DE.
Demetrius Earth. Okay. GD going down here. Catch up. All right. So there's the link for the rope lights that Dave was showing.
And if you have issues or questions on how to set that up, hit me up.
Be
'Cause I
careful
deal
with
with LEDs a lot.
Be careful with DE too, guys, because it kills bees. So you want to use it in an area where there's not bee life or.
Huh.
You know.
Okay, it didn't. When I tried putting that link into Amazon, oh, that's why I put it the wrong way. Let me do it up here.
Not a problem.
I went into Amazon and punched it instead of just punching it into the
Yeah, put it in your web
search. Yeah, into the web browser. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Abby just snuck in.
Hey, Abby's
Yeah.
like,
But
Hey, Abby's life. And
Ready for the
Thank
snow in
you.
your area?
gardening.
Giant snowstorm in
no, we're not ready for it. I don't want it to come.
what was it?
Aw,
Missouri.
you
No,
in
not
Ohio.
you yet. Not you yet. It'll be Missouri first. A giant Missouri snowstorm.
All righty. And let's see. Catching up
Again,
here.
Back on the 12 volt. If, like I said, if you have any questions on how to set it up, while I don't have everything here, I could make a video on how to set one up. So it is, the controller and everything is waterproof. So you can leave it out there and you don't have to worry about it. You can get one of those, haven't seen one in a long time, but you can find them. The old-fashioned timers you plug into a wall and you plug your light into it so the lights come on automatically. You can plug it into something like that. So you can set it so it comes on at dusk and you set it out along, you create a path for it. And that way you put your solo cups next to it. That way the bugs are attracted to it and those cups, and it'll keep them away from your pests.
All right. Oh, okay. Triple digit weather. Okay. And this one.
He lives in Modesto.
Yeah. It rolled on me when I was trying to click on Brenda here. So they'd have snow in Missouri this morning. So yeah. Actually, let me take a quick look see here and do a refresh. We've been having lake wind advisories going on. Yeah, we got one for tomorrow.
Snow or wind?
Wind. 7 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the evening. Our high here tomorrow is 57. Our low tonight is 28.
Oh God, tonight's supposed to be 31.
Yeah,
Snowing.
for those who don't know, just bring up Earth Day. Howie will have a live 24-hour stream on 4/22 this year, which is also my son's birthday.
Yay!
And for you
He will be a
potheads
whopping 10
today,
years old.
and for all you potheads today, today's 420.
Yeah. And there's a lot of places doing events the 20th to the 22nd. However, the big event is going to be this Saturday at the John Muir House. Everybody knows who John Muir is. Well, the John Muir House in Martinez, California is going to be this Saturday. And anybody is a ham radio operator, if you're on 6 meter sideband, you may catch Dave Persall broadcasting from there.
Hi, Mitch.
Nationwide.
Uh-oh, it's already snowing in northern Ohio.
Yeah, Mitch is my husband's partner tonight working.
Poor Mitch.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Oh, Dustin.
All right.
Okay, how big is the windowsill? Because they do have frames that you can put shelves on the windowsill, but you got to know if your apartment will allow it, and do you need a freestanding one? Because they have freestanding racks that go up to a window.
Yeah.
That was disabled and prepping. That's Heidi.
Yeah, I got it up here. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, Abby's life. Ours is our low tonight is 28 as well. Is that what I said? Yeah, 28 for us as well tonight here in southern Idaho.
We're going to get down in the low 30s here.
Yeah. Mother Nature is on a tear.
She's on her monthly. Leave her alone. Don't piss her off.
Doing practical jokes left and right. Oh, here's your 70-degree weather. Nope, here's 32.
Hey, Mother Nature, I need to win the Super Lotto. Let's see who tries that.
Help you with that one.
We have the heater on in the greenhouse, and I just have like a $20 heater, so I don't put all my trust into it. So we moved most of my plants inside today, but I have a feeling they're going to be inside for like 3 days now because it sucks.
All right, and Howie likes to talk about the biochar. If you have fine biochar, it when certain bugs crawl over it, it cuts up the underside of them.
Where can you find biochar at? Because I tried to look for it in the store. Can you only buy it on Amazon?
You make it.
Oh, okay.
Take branches, sticks, medium to high heat, burn them into coals, and then let the coals go out. Don't let it go completely to ash. You want some coals from your wood to turn into the carbon, and then you take and crush that up.
So wouldn't that make lime or lye or what do they call it?
And that's why you don't let it go to complete ash.
Oh, okay.
You want to let it burn until the wood becomes almost completely burned up. So you've got a lot of charcoal on the outside of it, and you take it, scrape that off, and crush it up.
Okay, cool. Because I'm running my fireplace tonight, so I'll probably have tons of that.
Yeah, I say, just don't let it go. If you let it go completely to ash, then you can make lime with it.
Yeah. Wood is a weird thing. Hey Fuzzy Bud, wood is a weird thing. If you chip it and throw it out there, it lowers the pH. If it's ash, it raises the pH. And biochar, I believe, Howie, correct me if I'm wrong, biochar is more neutral in the middle between the two. So, it retains a lot of moisture. It maintains water in there, and bugs don't like it.
Interesting.
Right, because it's still got a lot of the fibers in it. The fibers themselves aren't burnt completely up.
Yeah,
I do have a lot of charcoal in my raised beds. So that's exciting. I had no idea that was all good for that. So,
Courtney, what I've been finding out is we got one of those fancy dancy wood burning stoves that shuts everything down and runs around.
Froze.
Disney.
And I froze again, and it runs all the vapors around and stuff and burns and stuff. If I shut it down right in the morning, I will have chunks of biochar in there ready to be broken up.
Yep.
And I do that. If I pull it out really quick in the bucket and put water on it to stop the burning process, it has it. Brandon, the guy I bought the house for, had a 4-foot tall pile of ashes he's been dumping there. And my son-in-law went out there. I saw all the chunks of the charcoal out there. He went out there. He was digging through it. He filled up a little wagon cart, at least 2, maybe 3 times out of that pile, and hauled it back to his garden.
Simple. If you search YouTube, you'll find at least 24 videos on how to make proper biochar.
Yeah. And Dr. Prepper, yes, I'm in Idaho. I'm in southeastern Idaho.
Where the snow is at.
On the chat here, Tim Fergal's in northern Idaho. And homesteading Idaho, that's Audra. She's over in western Idaho. So there are several here in Idaho.
Howie said fish made a good point, so we may want to put up fishes before it runs out of way.
Fishes
charge biochar
by pouring compost tea into it.
Welcome, Nina.
I got fish poop tea and I got banana tea.
You don't have no compost tea? Why ain't you making a compost pile?
I have 2 big ones, but they aren't ready yet. They're full of live, chicken poop. Probably won't be ready till next year.
Yeah.
So you got a hot tea.
Yeah.
But the worms will love it.
Right. If you want to see a simple raised bed, Colleen Fry of Shed Wars, I think it's in your group. She did it. She went to Lowe's and got the center blocks that's cut like a clover. You have a little spacer between the wedges, and she got a 2-foot rebar. She put the rebar to the ground and slotted. There's a little hole in the middle of the block, slotted in, and they have cut out slots so you could put in 2x9. Am I right? Gil, 2x9
for 2 by
it's a board 2x9.
No, you have 2x4, 2x6, 2x8, 2x10, and 2x12.
Okay, what's 9x2? Is it 9x2?
Well, a 2x10 is approximately 9.5 to 9.25 inches. Oh, lost Dave.
Lost Dave. But anyway, go check out Colette Fry. She used these boards. She made a 1 foot tall, whatchamacallit, raised bed, fairly easy by herself. Got the shovel, got the wheelbarrow, and did everything. Got the hammer, pounded in the little rebar, and she put it up right in the middle of the video. It was pretty nice.
Here it is. Several of them are saying 2x6.
Oh, 2x6.
Yeah. Yeah. Our cabin in the woods. Hi. And also Discover Sustainable, we're saying 2x6. Skinner Farms. How you doing?
And there's Dave.
Oh, Skinner Farms. Skinner Farms scored. Got 2 loads of mulch from a tree company dumped there that week. He dumped chicken poo in it, so next year it should be great.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Can I say something real fast before my internet here decides to poop out again? If you want to see awesome raised beds other than Howie's channel, go check out 3D Tripper. 3D Tripper, and if my internet's flaky, or I'd go look it up. But if somebody else could look it up, it'd be great. 3D Tripper has great raised hugelkultur beds. She is all by herself, doing it all by herself, way down south in Texas, near Louisiana.
Texas.
And for one person, she shows what can be done. So if you're interested in seeing some really good raised beds, and she talks about how she's done it, I helped a little bit. I sent her a whole bunch of seeds. So, she'd have a lot of everything. This was a couple of years ago, and it has just exploded. At least last time I checked, she had a lot of stuff down there now.
Yep.
So 3D Tripper.
Okay, because I'm 3 capital D
Tripper.
TRIPPER.
Yep.
Okay, it's not coming up. Let me add channel after that.
She's in the ghetto too. They don't like us.
I must be really, really in the ghetto.
Yeah, it's not coming up at all.
Well, I know she was having problems with her stuff down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I'm scrolling down here. I can't find it. I've been going through anything and everything else.
I've got it. Just give me a second. I'll put it in private.
Okay.
Because I am already subscribed to her. So.
Yeah, that works when you're subscribed to them already.
Skinner Farms, it should be ready for next year. It only takes a year.
There you go, Gil.
Got it?
Yep.
And put it up here. Okay, so that is 3D Tripper. And I will throw the link in here. Hang on, because I don't want to do it until I move it down, because otherwise you'll get telescopic going. Blah, blah, blah. And control. So it's 3D TRI. Got that right. 3D Tripper and V, and boom, there we go. So there's the link for 3D Tripper.
Yeah, and if you are thinking about homesteading by yourself or as a couple and curious about some of the unique challenges you may face, she goes through a lot of different challenges. And like I said, she's got to do it all by herself. She has no help.
Right.
And she explains how she does it, how she's conquered everything she's had to face. So, I mean, if you need inspiration, go watch your channel. You'll get it.
Okay. All right. So Simple Grower became number 151.
Good.
All right.
I want to build a rocket stove so bad, Howie.
What?
A rocket stove. I want to build one. Well, I watch Terry King a lot because I'm a huge fan, and he has a rocket stove in his garden, and he just, and then he has a little cup of tea, and I'm like, this guy's freaking amazing. So I really want a rocket stove for mine.
How powerful do you want it?
So true, Nina. Unfortunately, you're so true.
I don't know how powerful I want it.
Okay. So
I'll figure it out, and I'll tell you about it, Courtney.
Gil.
Okay.
Easy.
Gil, remember a couple months back when you and I we had a live stream and we were discussing rocket stoves and assorted stovery?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the one that we brought up from Russia that is starting to become a very big hit?
Oh, basically where it's an indoor rocket stove and it runs around through the whole house. And
yes, if you're going to build something like that, that's what you want to build in a greenhouse because it will heat everything evenly. You don't have a hot spot at one end, and we're worried about trying to use forced induction to move it to the other end. And I can't think of the proper name right off the top of my doggone head. I just had it.
Yeah. Well, basically, so what you can do is on one wall, you have your little stove at the one end here, and then the pipe, the ceramic pipe, whatever goes along the entire thing. You cover it with cement and stuff, and then it goes up to the side. Well, that entire shelf now becomes a heating pad for your seedlings.
Nice.
Okay, it's phenomenal. I mean, and mind you, the people that actually use it the most are in Siberia.
Yeah.
And they keep their houses toasty in the middle of extreme sub-zero weather.
Yeah.
Well, we just pushed her up to 156
Oh, that's good.
for 3D Tripper. So
Awesome.
she picked up 6.6 here
appreciate it.
tonight.
If you do go to one of her videos and say something, just tell her SOP said hi. That way she knows where you came from. No, I don't get anything from it. Silly people.
Oh, I do have to mention, Courtney, you heard about Bill Milton? Or Milton? Is it Milton or Milton? MELTON. He used to be, he's an old person from the South. He's a big guy in the bushcrafter community.
Okay.
He passed away this morning from leukemia.
No, that's too bad.
Yeah. So if anybody out there is in the bushcraft community that's in this chat, spread the word.
Okay.
Miss Nina, did you happen to post that up on your new channel?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Nina build a rocket stove last year?
Yep.
Yeah.
But remember, she's also changed her channel, so
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Guys,
Go ahead.
what other, our outside chat, what other things is the hardest part about gardening for you?
Nephews.
space.
Mine is watering my garden because though I have a hose that reaches to it, I still have, watering cans that I go out and fill up. I at least fill them up 3 times, and I got 4 of them. And,
Bill, do you have that watering can yoke that you showed a couple of weeks ago? You could use that. Put the yoke around you, carry the cans, and water away.
Yeah,
actually, I have for the front yard, the grass area here. I experimented the other day. I have 3 of what are called garden or lawn tractors. Basically, it's by Orbit. It's about that long. Has the rear wheels are big spiky wheels. The front wheel is a single wheel, and it's shaped so it rides on top of the hose. And so you lay the hose out, you loop it around at the end, attach the tractor to it. It has high or low. It has a rotating 2 things that shoot water out, and it just slowly moves along the yard.
Huh.
Well, I found out it works when you have a 100-foot hose. It doesn't work for the last bit when you have the 125-foot hose from Sam's Club. It gets up to just about to the point where it's supposed to shut off, and it just started spinning its wheels. Too much weight to pull.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but there, as far as irrigation, there are a lot of cool things. Even at Home Depot and Lowe's, Orbitz makes these little timers. Once it's a crank one, you turn it, and you start it from 10 minutes up to 60 minutes, and it counts down and it shuts the water off. So you hook your hose up to it, and whatever you want to hook onto it. There are 1, 2, and 4 station ones that are battery powered. There's a timer, and you say, I want this one to come on for 10 minutes at 7 o'clock. This one to come on for 15 minutes at 7:10. This one to come, and you just go through it and you program it. And then in the afternoon, I want it to come on for whatever times in the afternoon. And then it just, it does, takes a lot of having to go out there. If you're able to use soaker hose, or the one thing, the drip tape.
Right. Skinner Farm had a question for you and Courtney. How often should I turn the mulch pile?
There, I put it in private chat.
Honestly, I would just if you have chickens, I would let them free range on it and let them turn it up. Typically, though, I mean, we don't do anything with ours. We just let it sit. But I let my chickens play around in it too. So.
All right, Dave Googled it, and here's what he came up with. Let me throw this in here, and it's going to be too big, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be too big.
Probably have to cut it.
Yeah, and let's see if it'll fit in. Sometimes I can put it in the regular chat, and it'll take it because I'm.
Yes, Miss Nina, I would post that.
It won't take. It won't. There, it took it.
Yeah, I took it all.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if I put it in the, if I use StreamYard, it'll take it, but YouTube won't accept that one that long. And what's interesting though, if you have a long thermometer that you can stick into the pile, and I can't remember what the temperature is, but when it gets to a certain temperature, you want to turn it because it's starting to turn the compost to ash. It's starting, real, and if it gets too hot, it won't decompose. It just turns to ash on you.
I just put a bunch of old potatoes and onions that they were trying to talk to each other, shall we say. Onions had hairdos and the potatoes had eyes. And so I threw them out there and turned over the guy that I'm renting from. I turned over his compost pile. So, and I mean, it's probably 2 foot tall, but it is almost completely soft. I mean, it's just real, there's almost no fibers left in it. So it was due to be turned over. And with me adding that other stuff, it should break down relatively quickly.
Yeah. Now, if anyone saw my last videos when I was redoing the IBC tote tanks, raised planters, and I was pushing up all that manure out in the field and pushing it to a pile. Well, last Wednesday I went out there with the tractor and I pushed the whole pile over and scraped a bunch more and put up on it. But when I pushed it over, and I froze again, and the steam that was coming out of it was hot, but there was parts of it where it had already started to ash. I was about a week late in turning it.
Hey, Sean in Alaska.
Because this thing's standing, 4.5 feet tall. So I just pushed it over and got it started going again, and it's So, but of course, we've also been having snow and rain and freezing weather on that pile, but down in the middle, man, it's cooking away.
Yeah, turning it probably won't be good. Honestly, you have chickens. If you let them free range, I would just open up that pile and let them have at it.
Yeah.
That's going to be your best bet. And you don't have to do the work. They do it for you.
Yeah.
Hopefully that answered your question, Skinner Farms.
Yeah, but I would worry because sounds like my old compost pile before it blew up.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one here that blew up
about that.
Michelle, which link were you talking about? And we can have Gil put it in the description of the video.
Well, she's on a phone. Will she be able to pull up the link off on her phone?
Once the video goes live, she will.
Okay.
It's the live chat that's real difficult. Once they made the changes to where you can't click on somebody and, other than a moderator, you can't go to their channel no more than the 3 dots and stuff like that. Once they did all that, they made it a lot harder for mobile users to interact with chat.
Yeah. But they're pushing everybody to go mobile user.
Right.
Exactly. They want you to do as they say, not as they do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
The URL. Okay. Well, Michelle, and it should be by tomorrow morning. Should be if you can go back and review it. Just note the timestamp here on it, approximately. Just go up to that point and look at it. And if you missed the front half, you might as well watch the front half because there's some good stuff at the beginning here.
I tend to agree, Miss Nina. Duncan's got it correct. You are an awesome lady. I don't care what that group says. As you know, I already have my issues with that group as it is. So, yeah, you've got friends here. Never doubt it.
Always.
Yeah.
And also, I finally found it from Lily in a while. Courtney, take a look.
It's Sock Puckum, it's back.
Oh no!
Yes,
Sucko.
it's a Courtney puppet. Hi,
Oh, that's
Courtney.
me.
Well, it has
She
hair
was
on
scared
it.
or honored.
You should feel honored, Courtney. Or scared. I ain't sure which.
Hey, Courtney. It's Courtney. Courtney the
Oh,
puppet.
that's great. I think he's getting me back. My title on my one live the other day is "Where did they hide Uncle Al's urine?"
I had to pee in
Look.
6 cups.
Yeah. Hey, Garden State Gardener.
Hi, Joe.
All right. All right. So we're hitting the top of the hour here, and we need to end this. But before I do, Courtney, tomorrow night, what's going on your
Tomorrow
life?
night, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna have In the Kitchen with Karen. It's gonna be a fun night. She makes everything. She makes mixed drinks. She makes desserts. Fabulous food. And so tomorrow night I'm going to be interviewing her, and it's going to be a blast.
Cool. And then Will's not in here, but on Thursday at 1 o'clock Mountain, so it's 3 o'clock Eastern, JIT preparedness -info is, do you know what Will's topic is for Thursday?
Yeah,
Al?
we're talking about setting up your YouTube channel, because YouTube are purging people because they're not verified. They think if they just buy the channel or pay for it, they get a free pass. No. If you're committed on your channel, you have to verify it or been here for a long time. That way you get by. But if it's a ghost channel or a bot, we're getting a lot of bot channels. They will come by, and if your channel is not completely filled out, and Will and I was going to show you the steps how to fill it out from your home page down to the about page. If it's not filled out, they're going to click you off because they already purged 10 of mine.
Yeah,
We're
I
a little colored.
It's in the
purged
artificial
almost 100 of
intelligence.
mine.
Yeah.
They-
Okay, so that's Thursday at, and I froze again. That's Thursday at 3 o'clock. JIT preparedness-info. And so that's going on Thursday. Then Friday, Dave, do you have a topic for Friday? Is that going to be weekly news again?
This week on Friday at Southern Ohio Prepping will be the weekly news.
Woohoo!
Okay, so the week in review for news, followed by
Interesting
Friday
stuff
night.
this week too.
Oh yeah, I've seen some good stuff. I got some pictures and stuff I got to send you.
Fiauci finally admitted what I said last March. Herd immunity will not, more than likely, not be accomplished.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And then on following Dave's on at 9 o'clock Eastern, at 10 o'clock Eastern on my channel will be the Friday night special. And the topic is we're switching from gardening back into prepping. And it's getting acclimated to your bug out location, or for me, your retirement home.
And do not forget, Howie is live 24 hours starting on midnight tomorrow night.
There it is. All right. And
So
then
please stop in at least once or twice. Say hi to Howie. You know, give him a thumbs up.
and for those who want to get down to earth, no nonsense, beating around the bush, 9 o'clock Pacific, right? For Corsair trainers. So figure from 9 o'clock Pacific time, that's Corsair trainers. That's Steve. And
what time, Nina, on Thursday, so we can make sure people are aware? Because a lot of us who have been here a long time, and those who haven't, I'm sure, are not getting notifications for at least a week on channels. So, you know, it's like Kathy at North Star Prep Steading. She'd put out a video or a live stream, and I didn't get notice on it until it had been done for 24 hours.
Yep.
yeah.
It's like, oh, crap.
Yeah. I was funny is almost on Steve's one for Monday. I got it this morning, 24 hours late exactly.
Yeah, I did manage to stop in yesterday for once.
Yeah. The only one I get on time that comes on time is for Kaylin Strain. Out of all the ones I'm subscribed to, hers is the only one I get notified instantly on.
Well, that's because she doesn't go to the extremes we do. She talks about food.
Yeah. And then, of course, the one right behind her is Audra at Homesteading Idaho. I've finally been able to start being first on hers as well, too. But, I mean, some of the others, I don't get it for a week later.
Miss Nina's will be Thursday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central.
All righty. So there's that one.
And see, we've got to convince Miss Nina to start porting over some of her older videos, because she's got a lot of great ideas on how to store food, on ways to prepare it. So let's everybody go over and give her the gentle nudge to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
Get her back up on that horse she used to ride.
Yeah. And then coming up then on Steve Corsair's trainers at 9 Pacific time on Monday. Then at 11:30, JIT Preparedness has the Monday Madness. It's an open topic discussion. Tuesday, do you have your topic for Tuesday, Dave?
Not yet. I will come up with something probably by this Friday, and I'll have something.
Okay.
I'm doing a little bit of research on something to where I can have something really nice put together.
All right. So Southern Ohio Prepping at 9 Eastern. And then Tactical Tuesday, us again. Next Tuesday is going to be Prepping for Beginners on a Budget.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So bring all your great cheap ideas, Uncle Al.
If you're going to go there and consider you're going to list, I probably should do a retake of one of my bag videos.
Okay.
So if you want to be participating in the discussion for bag videos on my About page, and you have to enter the CAPTCHA in order to get to my email. On my About page in Southern Ohio Prepping, there's an email. If you would like to be part of the discussion next Tuesday about bug out bags, get home bags, personal bags, whatever you want to call it, but there are differences in every one of them. Let's discuss bags, and I have a couple unique twists that I will present that evening as well.
Okay. Thanks, Dr. Prepper, for answering Michelle. Okay, and then Monday night at so Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Courtney has does Media Mondays. All right, so hey, we got information for you that coming up all for this next week here. Some good stuff. I got topics lined out through July 2nd, so we got some good stuff coming up here. Help everybody out in all sorts of fun ways. And any last words, Courtney?
Oh, no, just come and see me tomorrow night, 9:30. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Uncle Al?
Night, folks. Night, everybody.
Dave, any last words? He skipped out. He's in a hurry. Any last words, Dave?
None.
No. Okay. So as always, everybody, remember, stay happy, stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next video.